You're paying for internet speeds that could download a full movie in seconds, but you're stuck waiting for a web page to load, buffering through your favorite show, or dropping video calls. It's frustrating. And here's the thing, it's probably not your internet provider's fault. It's not the expensive plan you signed up for. It's your Wi-Fi, and specifically the unsung hero that's supposed to deliver all that bandwidth to your devices, your router. Most people think a router is just a router. They're wrong. By the end of this, you'll know exactly why your Wi-Fi is slow and how to fix it with the right router for your home.
Okay, let's get into it. Your Wi-Fi router isn't just some magical box, it's a radio station. A tiny high-speed radio station broadcasting your internet connection to all your devices. And just like any radio, it operates on different frequencies or bands. Think of it like a multi-lane highway. For years, we've primarily used two main lanes, the 2.4 GHz band and the 5 GHz band. The 2.4 GHz band is like a slow, scenic route. It travels further, gets through walls better, but it's often crowded with traffic from cordless phones, microwaves, and your neighbor's Wi-Fi. Plus, it's slower overall. The 5 GHz band is a faster, wider highway. Devices get much higher speeds here, but the signal doesn't travel as far and struggles more with obstacles. And here's where it gets interesting. Modern Wi-Fi standards like Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 6E, and now Wi-Fi 7 aren't just about raw speed, they're about efficiency. Imagine that highway again. Older Wi-Fi standards were like a free-for-all where every car just merged whenever it wanted. Wi-Fi 6, for example, introduced technologies like OFDMA and MU-MIMO. OFDMA is like having a smart traffic controller that can pack more data into each signal, sending it to multiple devices simultaneously, not one after another. MU-MIMO, or multi-user, multiple input, multiple output, lets your router talk to several devices at once, instead of waiting for each one to finish its conversation. It's a huge upgrade in how efficiently your router handles many devices. Now Wi-Fi 6E, that's where things really open up. It adds a brand new third lane to our highway analogy, the 6 GHz band. This band is pristine, it's less crowded, less prone to interference, and offers even wider channels for incredibly fast connections. Imagine a private express lane with no other cars. The downside, like the 5 GHz band, it doesn't travel as far or penetrate walls quite as well. Finally, Wi-Fi 7 builds on all this. It takes those three bands and allows devices to use them simultaneously, a technique called multi-link operation, or MLO. It's like being able to drive on 2 or 3 lanes at the exact same time, dynamically switching between them to find the fastest, most reliable path for your data. It's faster, more robust, and even more efficient, pushing theoretical speeds into the tens of gigabits per second. So with all that under your belt, how do you actually pick a router? Here's what I look for, and these criteria connect directly back to what we just talked about. First, I consider the Wi-Fi generation. Are we talking Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 6E, or Wi-Fi 7? If you have newer devices that support these standards, especially laptops and phones from the last couple of years, you absolutely want a router that speaks their language. Wi-Fi 6 offers significant efficiency gains. Wi-Fi 6E adds that exclusive 6 GHz express lane. And Wi-Fi 7 is the cutting edge, future-proofing your network for years. Matching your router's generation to your devices is like ensuring your car can actually use all the lanes on the highway. Second, I pay close attention to the number of bands. Is it dual band or tri-band? A dual band router uses the 2.4 and 5 GHz frequencies. A tri-band router adds that 6 GHz band if it's Wi-Fi 6E or 7. For a home with many devices, especially smart home gadgets, streaming TVs, and gaming consoles, a tri-band router helps spread out the traffic. You can put your slower, more distant devices on 2.4 GHz, your main devices on 5 GHz, and your absolute fastest, closest devices on 6 GHz. It reduces congestion and gives everything room to breathe. Finally, don't overlook the wired port speeds. While we focus a lot on wireless, many devices still benefit from a wired connection. Gaming PCs, smart TVs, network storage devices. Most routers have gigabit Ethernet ports, which means speeds up to 1000 megabits per second. But if you have a multi-gigabit internet plan, or you're moving large files across your local network, you'll want to look for routers with 2.5 gigabits per second or even 10 gigabits per second Ethernet ports. It ensures your wired devices aren't bottlenecked by the router, even if your wireless is screaming fast. Okay, so now you've got a solid grasp of what makes good Wi-Fi tick and what all those numbers actually mean. Let's pivot from the tech deep dive to the practical side. Here are a few router options that tick those boxes for different budgets and needs. First up, for a solid and budget-friendly upgrade, let's consider the TP-Link X1800 Wi-Fi 6 router, also known as the Archer AX21 version 5. This is a dual-band Wi-Fi 6 router that offers a great entry point into the modern Wi-Fi standard. It supports those efficiency improvements like OFDMA and MU-MIMO that we talked about, meaning it handles multiple devices much better than older Wi-Fi 5 routers. If you've got an internet plan up to a gigabit per second and a smaller to medium-sized home without a ton of devices, this is a really capable option. It has 4 gigabit Ethernet ports for your wired connections, and at around $50, it's hard to beat for the performance it delivers. It's a fantastic upgrade from an older router without breaking the bank. You can find a link in the description. Stepping up a bit, especially if you live in a dense area or have many Wi-Fi devices, the TP-Link XE5400 tri-band Wi-Fi 6E router, the Archer AXE75, is a great choice. The key here is that E for Wi-Fi 6E, which means it adds that dedicated 6 GHz band. Remember our express lane analogy? This router has it. If your newer phone, tablet, or laptop supports Wi-Fi 6E, you can connect it to that largely uncongested 6 GHz band for incredibly fast speeds and low latency. This is a tri-band router, so you get the 2.4, 5, and 6 GHz frequencies working together to spread out your network traffic. It's ideal for homes with a mix of new and older devices, and where you want to future-proof your network without jumping straight to Wi-Fi 7. You'll find it for around $113, and it's linked below. Now, if you want to go all in on the latest tech and truly future-proof your home, the TP-Link BE6500 dual-band Wi-Fi 7 router, the BE400, is worth looking at. This is a cutting-edge Wi-Fi 7 router, bringing all the advancements we discussed like multi-link operation for maximum speed and reliability. While it's listed as dual-band, Wi-Fi 7's ability to combine channels across those bands means it delivers exceptional performance. But here's the standout feature for heavy users. It includes two 2.5 gigabits per second Ethernet ports. That means if you have a multi-gigabit internet connection or devices that need ultra-fast wired speeds, this router won't be a bottleneck. It's perfect for serious gamers, creators, or anyone with a very fast internet plan and a house full of demanding devices. This one runs around $130, and it's also linked in the description. Remember how we started thinking your internet was slow when it was really your router? Well, now you know better. Upgrading your router isn't just about getting a higher number on a speed test. It's about a smoother, more reliable online experience for everyone in your home. By understanding the basics of Wi-Fi generations, frequency bands, and port speeds, you're empowered to make a smart decision. All the products we talked about today are linked down in the description. If this helped you clear up your Wi-Fi confusion, consider subscribing for more deep dives into the tech you use every day. Here's to better Wi-Fi and no more buffering.